There seems to be a misconception between just the general population about curing depression through comfort and just more luxury and more power, more money, and beautiful women and all the luxuries and the comforts that this world actually can provide. And I'm here to tell you that I was one of those people. I really was one of those people that actually genuinely thought that money can solve all my problems. And that age old question about there's like different forms of this question, obviously. There's a question that says, would you rather be happy on a bicycle every morning or just riding on a bus every morning? Or would you rather be depressed or just be crying in a Mercedes? And growing up, I always picked crying in a Mercedes, being depressed in a Mercedes, because I was like, my whole goal was to get to that Mercedes. And I was just like, oh, like as long as I have those things around me, as long as I have that comfort around me, I'm going to be able to figure out whatever's wrong with me internally, right? Like I'll be happy then. I don't have enough right now, and that's why I'm upset and that's why I'm depressed right now, but I will have enough then, and I will be happy then. And that comfort is going to bring me that happiness. And I was dead wrong with that answer, to be honest with you, because now I look around in my life and I have certain things that I really did dream about. And while those things do bring me some comfort, they don't necessarily make me happy because I've had less than what I actually have right now. And honestly, internally speaking, I was either probably better off then or at the same level that I'm at right now as well. And I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a little bit, right? But I think one of the things that people keep on chasing is just the next thing, right? Like for example, once you get the Toyota, you want an Acura or you want an Audi or you want, the Miata or whatever it is, right? Then from when you get to that level, then the next level is like you get a Mercedes or you get a Lexus or you get all of these different things, and then from the Mercedes and the Lexus, you want the Porsches and the Lamborghinis and the Ferraris of the world as well. And it just never stops. It never ends. You always are caught in this rat race of just never having enough. And that's what life is. Everybody grows old and they realize that they were chasing the wrong things in this world, right? And I'm not necessarily saying that I'm some like wise old man, but I do have a couple of like gray and white hairs now. So I know a little bit. So if I can help anybody in this aspect is to not chase the wrong things. Like, for example, I remember when I was starting off at college, right? You know what I picked my major based off of? I picked my major based off of what was the highest starting salary that I could potentially get right out of college. And that was some form of engineering. That was petroleum engineering at the time, okay? Their starting salary was $140,000. And I was like, I hate math. I suck at it, but I'll figure it out just for the money. Guess what happened? I did not get a petroleum engineering degree. I'll tell you that much. I actually hated the math classes so much in college that like I switched my entire major from engineering. I was like, this is terrible. I cannot handle this. And other engineering students that I would actually look at my university and at my community college, they were growing bald because of it, because of the stress that they were actually being put through just to get that petroleum engineering degree. And I was like, yeah, this is not for me. So I dipped. And God bless, all praise be to Allah, I'm so much happier now. Like, I look back at my life and I'm like, wait, I was being pushed in the right direction. I was being guided in the right direction. And I'm so glad that I didn't choose just going for money. Because guess what happened to petroleum engineering majors? Their jobs are always up and down, right? The price of oil goes down and so does their job. It's just constant layoff in the oil and gas industry if you don't know. And I work pretty closely with oil and gas people, so I kind of know about like the ins and outs a little bit. I'm not saying that I'm an expert, but I know a little bit about that. And I'm so glad that I didn't just make that decision based off of money, because I would probably just be more miserable at my job. I would just have a miserable career. Maybe I wouldn't even have the hair that I actually have anymore, right? Maybe I would have lost all my hair by the age of 25. I don't know. So many different things could happen. But again, I was making that decision based off of thinking that more money is going to cure my depression. More money is going to cure all the problems that I actually have in this world. And I'm here to tell you, it's a newsflash, but I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. Money is not going to chase your problems away at all. And obviously, I want to put a caveat out there before I do actually say this. Uh, as long as you have like your basic needs covered, everything else is just the sprinkles on top, to be honest with you. So if you're feeling depressed and you have enough to keep your light bill, to keep your gas on, to just have enough to eat as well. I promise you, man, everything else is just not gonna do it for you. It's not gonna cure however you feel on the inside. It's not gonna get rid of your insecurities. Your depression, your sadness is still going to be inside of your heart. And that's how it is with all forms of materialism. Like you can go ahead and you can chase after all the prettiest women out there, and you can possibly even attain them. You think you'll be happy then? You think that the pretty woman that you have a crush on today, you'll be happy once you actually get her? Like, I'm here to tell you right now, if you just going for her looks, you're not gonna be happy with her, bro. Like, you're just not, because there's always gonna be a prettier woman. There's always gonna be a faster car. There's always gonna be a bigger house. There's always going to be a more expensive alcohol bottle that you can buy. There's always going to be somebody with more money than you. And there's always going to be something that you cannot attain. And that's just the rule of this life, that you will try your best to attain the things that you do not have today so you can have them tomorrow. And by the time tomorrow comes, you're still going to be chasing after the next big thing a day after that. That's just how it is. That's the rat race of this world. And I want you not to be trapped in that, because the ironic kicker is that the same things that you're chasing after today are going to be the cause of your depression tomorrow. I'm telling you, man, once you grow older, you are going to regret all the things that you just bought. You're going to be like, "Oh, I bought this stupid Rolex for what? Like, I don't have any time anymore to actually spend with the kids." Or, "Oh, I bought this stupid car. Okay, cool, but like I feel empty while driving it. Oh, there's a big house, but I have no family in it." And you might be saying right now, like I did once upon a time, that no, I just want all these things. I don't care. That rich people do not know what the hell they're talking about. And one of the things that I relate to the most is something that Jim Carrey said. He said that I wish everybody could become rich and famous just so they would know that it's not the answer. And I'm telling you right now, man, being rich is not the answer, because I see some very miserable rich people now, bro. Like, it's insane. It's insane how miserable these people are. It's insane that people actually want to trade their lives with me, because they're like, "Yusha, we see you're happy." And I'm like, "Dude, you drive the nicest cars. You have women chasing after you. Like, why would you ever want to trade your life with me?" And their answer is always that I have something that they don't, which is peace. Because it's not related to any money. It's not related to anything that money can buy me. It's related to something else. Like, that's the pitfall of materialism. Now, look, you can look at it from a very secular standpoint, okay? If you don't believe in religion, the more you attach your heart to things, the more you give your heart away onto materialistic things, or just your desires, or just fulfilling all of your lusts and desires, the more empty you're going to feel on the inside. Like, entertainment and fulfilling your desires is an endless abyss. And the more you try to fill it with things, the more miserable you end up feeling. And that's so ironic. It's so ironic. Like, you can try it. If you don't believe me, you can try it. I'm just trying to help you out, not make the same mistakes that I did in life. Because that's the goal of this channel, that I can teach you something, and hopefully it doesn't go over your head. And that way you can actually benefit from it, and obviously so that you can subscribe to the channel as well. Eventually, all of those desires that you're chasing, that fast car that you're chasing, that pretty woman that you're chasing, that big house that you're chasing, that next big payday that you're chasing, the novelty of it all is going to wear off, and it's just going to feel normal to you. Like, you're not going to feel any better off after like maybe a week or so. It is what it is. Like, that's how everybody functions. That's how it all goes. And speaking from it from a very religious standpoint, from an Islamic perspective, is that whenever you try to replace God or Allah in your life with things or people, those are the same things and those are the same people that end up being the cause of your depression. And that's it. You will find absolutely nothing but misery and sadness in this world if you attach your heart to it. It's just the rule. You can have all the wealth in your hands, but if it doesn't touch your heart, you'll be just fine if that wealth is taken away from you. Because the more chances than not, wealth changes hands like that. Wealth is not loyal to you whatsoever. But If you have that wealth in your heart, as soon as that wealth goes, your sanity will go as well. It just is what it is. You're gonna be popping depression pills then. The minute that girl leaves you, what do you think is gonna happen to you? You're gonna be depressed. And obviously that's not me to say that if like your wife passes away or something. No, there's different rules behind this. Okay, we're just talking strictly about you chasing your desires, and that's how it is. Now, what can we exactly do to fix this problem? What do I actually want for you to do? Well, here's some of the simple things that I just want you to do. I want you to take a step back and detach yourself from this life. Like, detach yourself from any particular outcome that you're actually looking for. Detach yourself from it because it's not good for you. You want that specific person, detach yourself from the situation. You got to focus on generalities, okay? You want that specific job because you think that it's going to be good for you. All right, that's cool. That's great. You should work hard towards it, but let your heart not be attached to that conclusion. Let your heart not be attached to that outcome at all. You want that specific car, okay? I really do hope that you get that eventually, but get your heart out of it. You'll get that car, but you should not be emotionally attached to anything that happens in this life, because we constantly are looking for things that will make us happy, and we think that only the next big things are going to make us happy. We only think about receiving things. We never think about things being taken away from us, and in reality, things will be taken away from you. That's just life. Things are going to be taken away from you, and you're going to have to learn how to deal with it. And if you don't, then you're going to be depressed forever. Watch what you focus on as well. Like, don't consume just constant content about, oh, if you don't have money, then you're a loser. Or, oh, if you don't have this and whatnot, blah, 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 then you're broke and whatever. Like, stop getting your sense of security. Stop getting your sense of self-respect from the internet. Just stop consuming that type of content. All right, consume something else. Be appreciative for what you actually have already. Focus on the blessings that you have, and I'm telling you, you will feel like you have enough. And it's such a weird concept. I've tried this as well. Like, I never understood this, but I really do believe this now, is that when you finally take a step back in your life and you just detach yourself from all the things that you actually want, whether it be a new car, whether it be a house, whether it be a spouse, so it could be anything. You just chill, you throw your hands up, and you're just like, I don't really care anymore. It's all good. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's all good. And you're content with what God has given you. Not only does your current life feel better, it looks better, you start to do better, but all of a sudden, all of the things that you wanted, now that you don't want them anymore, they start to come running after you. And that's such a weird principle in this life, that the world will come chasing after you if you don't want it. Try it. Like, I'm not over here being an Islamic scholar or anything, but I'm just saying that, yo, you really want this life? If you really want the comforts of this world, do the hard things, do your best, try to just detach yourself from any outcome that you're looking for, and watch that specific outcome chase right after you, man. It's such a weird principle. Either way, this is Yusha signing out, guys. I apologize for not making videos for a little bit, but I am back now, and I will be uploading consistently, inshallah. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this content. I'm going to keep on putting out videos, and make sure to hit that like button for me and subscribe to my channel, because it means the absolute world to me, man. All right, you guys take care. Bye.